Yo, Fight World, we back on top of things. What up, Fight World? It's Kid Ego. Y'all know me. Just checking in with y'all, seeing what's good. Yeah. Where y'all at? Y'all at work? Y'all at school? Y'all online? What's good, Gregory? We're just waiting for people to join. Rodney, I see you. Talk some boxing real quick. YouTube got to fix the notifications. Some of Eagle Army said they ain't getting notifications. That's not good. Happy Halloween. If that's your thing, make sure everyone's safe. I heard about the bullshit in New York with the truck plowing through. That's bullshit.
And now,
yeah. I just want to talk. I know I'm not gonna be on, so hopefully people join quick. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I know it's not gonna be a long stream. What up? What up? Let's do the roll call real quick. We gotta condense this and pack everything we can. Boxingego roll call. Where y'all at? Houston, Texas, Brooklyn, NYC, Alabama, Fort Worth, Texas, Slovenia, Baltimore, Oklahoma, Kansas City, Harrisburg, Bmore. That's it. 817, wherever that is. I'm ready for Saturday too. The Bronx, Staten Island, Queens, Atlanta. So, I wanted to talk to y'all about some numbers. The numbers came back for Joshua Takam, and they are surprisingly low. I know it was in America, but it did about 334,000. They aired it again later, and it did 309,000. So I want to know what y'all think about those numbers, and I'll give some of my thoughts. What do y'all think? Y'all think those numbers are good? 334,000. Low. See, I tell y'all, listen, I'm not always right, but I try to give this game respect. And And I told y'all, a lot of y'all was doing a bunch of this, talking about Wilder doesn't deserve a shot. He's the B-side. AJ's selling out stadiums. But like, remember what I said? I said he's big, but he's not crossover big at the moment because he hasn't done what Lennox Lewis did and start beating R. Holyfields and Mike Tyson in America, making that name for himself. And people from like Lennox Lewis fought Tommy Morrison and guys like David Tua. So y'all was doing all that stuff talking about, see, y'all know I put it in perspective. I put it in perspective for people. And I bring up points that I haven't really heard anyone talking about. And see, the first thing I thought of when I seen the numbers is like a lot of the over radical Joshua fans who are trying to prevent the Deontay Wilder fight from happening. You guys actually, a lot of what you're saying, listen to what they were saying. It's not looking good because you were basically trying to strong arm Wilder and say he ain't shit, B-side Wilder, and he's not selling out stadiums. And now these numbers come out, and these numbers aren't even really great. You know what I'm saying? These aren't, to me, they aren't great. And I know how people think, but we could do some comparative stuff. When Tyson Fury fought Klitschko, it was in the daytime. They fought in like Germany, right? When Joshua fought Klitschko, it was in England. So when Errol Spence fought Kell Brook, it was in England. So all of these fights came on, and it wasn't during America primetime hours because they were fights from out of the country. Even when Triple G fought Kell Brook, all these numbers, if I'm not mistaken, were right around that, if not better. Wilder won't even hit 100,000. What is that? You sound stupid. And that's the stuff I'm saying is fact. Stuff you're saying is hopes. You're hoping it doesn't hit over 1 million or it doesn't do good. You know what I'm saying? Stuff I'm saying that you can actually corroborate. You know what I'm saying? This is to Ibrahim Somali. You about to be starving like a Somalian. You keep playing around because we're gonna cook your ass. What do you want to bet? You have nothing that I need. You talking about want to bet? What are you trying to bet? You know what I'm saying? Unless you putting up fucking big boy stacks, I'm not betting no random stranger from the internet because I could tell. I see how y'all do in the hot seat, so I know I won't get my money. So it's not even worth that. So just take your L in advance and just hush and let grown folk talk. You know what I mean? You want to bet? What are we betting? You know what I'm saying? And well, it's look at it, either way. You talking about it won't hit this number? That's not a factual thing because we don't know what the numbers are. Maybe it doesn't hit it. Maybe it does hit it. Right? I would do a hot seat after the Wilder fight. That's a weak ass bet. Because if I want you in the hot seat, I'll put you there. So you know what I'm saying? I'll do it right now. I'll put you in the hot seat right now and fry you. So well, why I gotta bet you for that? I put whoever I want in the hot seat. What are you talking about? See? Kell Brook versus Errol Spence peaked. Brook versus Spence peaked at 337 viewers. Average 291. So Joshua, he's the known signed to Beats by Dre. Y'all was saying he's on USA billboards and all this stuff. Errol Spence took his first step up against Kell Brook, who was coming off of a loss to Golovkin, and they did 291,000 to 337,000 on Showtime. So those aren't strong numbers. To me, they're not. I would expect it better. I understand Carlos Takam wasn't an initial opponent, but Kubrat Pulev, I doubt his, in my opinion, even if it was Pulev, I don't think the numbers would be so great, so much greater, because he's not a big name. Now, once again, What happened to all the people that were strong arming Wilder, saying he don't do the venues and A-side shit? These numbers aren't anything remarkable to me. This is not nothing remarkable. So to me, this is more proof that Wilder versus Joshua, or Joshua Wilder, will be a big fight. I guarantee you, if Wilder and Joshua fought in the UK early telecast, it would do better than 334,000. I put stacks on that. Put stacks. So it's kind of a lot of the people, what they were saying for Joshua, it's actually with these numbers coming out kind of backfired, because you were trying to stun on Wilder, making like, oh, Wilder, he's just so desperate, he needs AJ. But once again, those aren't like superstar numbers. And remember what I tell you guys all the time: listen to what people say then and listen to what people say now. If you were on my last streams, I told you, I said Joshua is a big star. I like him, I know of him, but he's not at the moment a crossover star, meaning he can fight anybody and outside of the UK, and it's gonna do crazy numbers. And I told you, if Joshua, remember what I said? I said if Joshua came to America, I don't think he's selling 80,000 in any of our biggest stadiums. I don't. You know what I'm saying? So the UK, Sky Sports, Matchroom, they know what they're doing. They got a good thing. You know what I mean? Put him in the UK where he's from. Put him in like maybe even a Dubai, somewhere that doesn't get fights but got a lot of money. Nigeria, since he's Nigerian. You put him in Wales, stuff like that. Just because of the demographic of fans and how loyal they are, people would get up for that. But like I said, if Joshua came to the States, I don't think he's doing 80,000. And these numbers are further proof, because these are not astronomical numbers. And remember what I said? I said to compare it to strong arm Deontay Wilder and make it like Joshua is Floyd Mayweather right now. I don't think he's that type of international crossover star. Again, you would expect bigger numbers, because like I said, if Floyd fought Ricky Hatton in Wembley, I guarantee you it would do great numbers, because he fought him in Vegas and there was a ton of people that flew 13 hours or whatever it is to celebrate and to be there for Ricky Hatton. So imagine if it was in their backyard and Floyd was the visitor. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with this whole A-side. Everyone wants to do it like Floyd and pick people and stunt on the other person, but not everyone's that big at the moment in their careers to the point where they could do it just like Floyd. You know what I mean? Floyd fought Berto. Listen to this. Floyd fought Berto. It got bad feedback when it was announced. No one really gave Berto a shot to beat Floyd, right? And he charged you for it, 70, 80 bucks, whatever. And it still did better than Joshua Takam did, which was on regular Showtime. Floyd was on Showtime pay-per-view with Berto, and it did more views than 334,000 with the charge. So again, Joshua's a big star, but I don't think he's a crossover star. And to me, to become a crossover star, you got to do just that, cross over. You know what I'm saying? So while they're trying to stage this Wilder in the UK for the Dillian White, I think the a smart move would be bring Joshua to the States, like they were going to do for the Klitschko fight, for the rematch. That would have been good. White is an excellent fighter. Okay. White's cool, but I thought he lost to Derek Chisora and he didn't look good versus Robert Helenas. So what are you talking about? He's solid. He's good. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's clowning White. But you talking about he's an excellent fighter, then why did he beat Joshua then? See, I'll just be putting whatever. Oh my gosh. Joshua is bigger in Europe than Wilder is in North America. Joshua has more support. Yeah, that's because North America has a lot of racism, you dumb fuck. I live here. I know how this shit goes. That's why. UK is not, they got their own socio-economical issues. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Oh, Joshua's bigger than Wilder. Yeah, I'm sure he is. If you went to a racist town and you were a minority, and then people, oh, hey, you're not getting the same great service at this restaurant. Yeah, it's because some people are racist. You know what I mean? So if you don't look the part, if you don't fit the part, then yeah, I'm sure Wilder doesn't get the support for a variety of reasons. I mean, shit, look at where he's from. Alabama has a lot of race. I don't know what it's like now, but historically, there's a lot of racism. Type in Martin Luther King in Alabama, right? And just that whole region. You know what I'm saying? Type in the Freedom Riders. You dumb fucks. See, y'all always, Joshua's more popular in Europe than Wilder is. Yeah, because there's different issues in different places. Like, if you go to China, that's like saying like Japan or China is cleaner than America. Yeah, it probably is. It's a whole different place. You know what I'm saying? So recycling and the culture might be different. You know what I'm saying? You go to places in Asia and they're scoring high ass scores with less dropouts in high school. You know what I'm saying? Because the school systems are different out there. Listen, Grime Vine, why do you get so angry? First of all, why do you care? Second of all, I'm not angry. I'm just telling you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But once again, don't talk to me about nothing else. Talk about boxing. Who cares if I want to turn into the fucking Incredible Hulk? You know what I mean? A lot of y'all are sensitive millennials because someone inflects their voice, raises their tone, and says something, you think someone's mad. Listen, I get paid off this. I'm about to be in New York eating bomb-ass pizza this week and getting to cover a fight. I'm not really mad. I'm just telling you how I feel. And I'm an Aries, so I speak with passion. Y'all want to get all, why are you so angry? Like you're a therapist. I'm not angry. I'm just explaining emphatically how I feel. Deal with it. If you don't like it, click off the stream. Very easy. Listen, now you're annoying. Ibrahim Salami or whatever your name is, Somali. Now you're in the hot seat because I keep like, listen. I wasn't even trying to do you like that. Rich kid, you can get it next too. Ego always trying to give British fighters stick. Clearly you're from the UK because you say stick. You know what I mean? Second of all, like I said, I used to live in England. I'll show you the pictures right now. I went to school out there. You know what I'm saying? I lived there for years. So you picked the wrong fucking person. Like, I can understand if I was American, born and raised and never lived out here. So you sound stupid. Oh, you're always giving British. I got love for the UK because I used to live out there. But now, Ibrahim, you could get it. You about to get it now. You in the hot seat. You don't even get a choice. Ibrahim Somali says, tell me a top 10 fighter Wilder fought. Really? A top 10? Everybody get your fucking popcorn. We about to, oh my God. I tried to let you slide, man, but you just kept talking. See, and that's what they do. They just keep going and keep going, and then when shit gets real, they're like, hey, why am I getting blocked? I don't care what you smoking. We about to smoke you. You about to be smoked. We about to make Ibrahim shish kebabs out this bitch. Cause you was talking too much. So now you gotta get it. I was gonna let you slide, but you just kept talking. So hold on. And I wait for, you know what I'm saying? I wait for y'all to keep talking so I can demolish you. Cause you gonna bury yourself before I get buried. Please believe that. Now, just to body bag your boy Ibrahim, or whatever his name is, turn him into a shish kebab. This shit is easy ass work. Everybody get your popcorn, right? Y'all scared. We about to have Ibrahim shish kebabs. And once again, I don't know if you guys go to, let's say, a convention. I don't know how it works. I don't know if y'all all go to a convention to get the same dumbass talking points, but you look stupid. You look stupid because you guys all say the same shit. Oh, name a top 10 fighter Wilder fought. Okay, what about two top 10 fighters that Wilder was gonna fight, and then they failed drug tests as part of the WBC clean boxing program? Let's talk about that. Why don't you want to talk about that? Talk about how Povetkin tested positive twice in the same year, right? And now he's fighting guys like most likely Christian Hamer, who's fighting nobody this week. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Luis Ortiz and his non-declared blood pressure medicine and his fight getting canceled. So y'all all want to do, ooh, tell me someone top 10. Oh, we about to bury you. Ooh, I can't wait till you get buried. Man, I'm about to start making casket hats. It's just gonna have a fucking casket emoji on it. I'm gonna just wear that when I do these live streams. Y'all always want to do the same talking points and A-side and stuff. Just say you scared for your fighter or whatever. And it's not even about the fighter, it's about the fans. We about to casket the boy. So anyway, his Abraham responded to why Povetkin didn't get his fight. And why, what's the name, didn't get his fight? Luis Ortiz. Did he respond to that? Well, did he respond? Where's Ibrahim? But he never fought them, bro. That's not his fault, you fucking maniac. How is it hit? Okay, my question to you, and then I'm gonna body you and answer your question. I will answer. They bailed out. So how is that his fault? How is it his fault his people couldn't pass a drug test when they had scheduled, or as you say in the UK, scheduled fights and shit, right? How is that Wilder's fault? How is that his fault? Explain that. And as soon as you explain that, I'm bodying you with your own question. Anyway, keep hating on British fighters. You're done, rich kid. You're looking like poor kid because you blocked. Get him up out of here. You blocked. Get the fuck out of here. You're always giving British fighters sticks. Stop that. Y'all, I tell y'all not gonna do that to me. Try to make it like this UK, USA thing. I didn't give no British fighter shtick or whatever the fuck you talking about. I speak my mind, deal with it. Like, what have I ever said? Listen, what have I ever said about Anthony Yard? Bad. What have I ever said bad about Josh Kelly? Carl Frampton? You know what I'm saying? If you do what you're supposed to be doing, the only time I said anything about Frampton is when he ducked Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? So what are you talking? You're always giving British fighters shtick. I never said nothing bad about Kell Brook, other than I thought Errol Spence was gonna beat him. Listen, Ibrahim, you're avoiding the question. He says Luis Ortiz would take out Wilder. Let's be honest here. That's your opinion. I think Wilder probably would have stopped Ortiz, but it would have been a tough fight. But that's an opinion. Tell me how it's Wilder's fault. You explain that. Fuck your fight prediction because the fight's not happening. See how they try to dodge? It's like dodgeball. You see how he can't answer a simple question? Tell me how it's Wilder's fault that Ortiz and Povetkin bailed out, as you called. It's not his fault. So why are you not giving any level of leniency towards Wilder, even though you know it's not his fault that he didn't get those prop names? That's like if Joshua was training hard as a motherfucker to fight against Vladimir Klitschko, and Vladimir Klitschko tested positive for something, and then the IBF or whatever was like, fuck that, no fight. Then would you blame Joshua because Klitschko was on something? Ibrahim, now you're just sounding stupid and you're about to get filleted. But Wilder hasn't been tested. He's the fucking champion. as part of the clean boxing program. You're not even saying factual information. You talking about Wilder hasn't been tested? He's part of the clean boxing program. So enough with the lies. Look, BoxRec, credible site. Wilder, VADA, clean boxing program enrolled. They can test Wilder at any time. So tell me more about your lies. I disproved you within 2-3 seconds. Tell me more lies. Wilder is in the clean boxing program and he's enrolled. What you mean he hasn't been tested? That's strike one. Now answer how Wilder is to blame. You just said it's not his fault. That's strike two. Now I'll answer your question, which is definitely your strike three, and I guarantee you the fuck up out of this hot seat. Your question to me was, who has Wilder fought in the top 10? I could understand maybe if you said top 5, but you said top 10. Who has Wilder fought in the top 10? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. You said you was at the liquor store at 11:45. Yeah, it was 11:45. So at midnight you was in the liquor store. Yeah, at midnight. You know you done fucked up. Now you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up, right? You said top 10. Who has Wilder fight? Who? Spilka isn't in the top 10? I don't know. Maybe not now, but. Now it's time for your third strike. This is the World Series, and you getting struck the fuck out. Let's get him. When Deontay Wilder signed to fight them, Artur Spilka, he was ranked number 6 by the WBC. Who has he fought in the top 10? That's one. You know you done fucked up. When he fought Bermane Stiverne was obviously the WBC world champion, so he's ranked the highest. So that's another person he fought because he was the fucking champion. You know you done fucked up, right? When he fought Gerald Washington, he was undefeated, and he was ranked number 8 by the WBC. That's 3. You know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up, right? So you said, who has he fought in the top 10? Like I said, you should have kept it to maybe top 5. You said top 10. You know you done fucked up. When he fought against Eric Molina, he was ranked number 9 by the WBC. Oh, still in the top 10. You know you done fucked up. Obviously, Luis Ortiz was the number 1 mandatory for Joshua with the WBA, and he was ranked number 2 behind Bermane Stiverne for the WBC, and Wilder was going to fight him, but he failed his drug test. So the fight got canceled. You know you fucked up. Alexander Povetkin. He was a top 5 heavyweight, ranked number 1 mandatory. Wilder was going to fight him in Russia, right? And he's a former world champion, experienced, been in there with Hassan Indam, who knocked out Lennox Lewis and then got knocked out in the rematch. And he's been in there with Klitschko, even though he lost the fight. That's experience. And he's an Olympic gold medalist. That was Wilder's mandatory as well, right? So who has he fought in the top 10? You know you done fucked up. He didn't get to fight these guys, but that's not his fault. And you already admitted that. You know you done fucked up. Now he fought Johan Duhaupas, who knocked out Robert Helenius, who Dillian White just had issue with and got hurt with in the second fight. The fight that a lot of you guys from the UK want to see Wilder fight. He knocked out that guy. And Dillian White didn't look great. He was ranked number 12. So he was just outside of it. You know what I mean? At the time, he was just outside in the WBC. Audley Harrison, he was a gold medalist. I don't know what his ranking was, but he just won a prize fighter tournament. And this dude, Andre Wawowski, who also failed a drug test, was ranked just outside of the top 12. So, okay, see, listen. You know you fucked up. You know you done fucked up. His only response was, Americans biased. Be fair now. Audley Harrison. And he put a smiley emoji. So I just went through the whole picture, and the only thing he comments on is Audley Harrison. Out of all of what I just said, out of everything I just said, you brought up Audley Harrison. I shouldn't even have to vote, but we'll vote. Everybody vote. If Ibrahim turned into a shish kebab and got fried fuck up, if he got fried up in the hot seat, put your L's up. Who has he fought in the top 10? Even with the 2 guys that he didn't fight, He still fought some guys in the top 10. Bye-bye, Ibrahim. You can put all the emojis you want. The real emoji that you need is the letter L, my friend. Yo, one of my mods off with his head. You know, you done fucked up. Ibrahim Somali, get him the fuck up out of here. Get him out of here. Go that away. Bye-bye, Ibrahim. Thank you, Angel Santos. Easy ass work. This is some easy ass work. I told y'all. And I just let him keep talking, build this fake confidence. You ever see, it's like playing possum. It's just like playing possum. You know what I mean? You just rope-a-dope him a little bit. He start getting confident. Oh yeah, you fucking Yanks are fucking biased, and let him build confidence, and then you take him the fuck down and destroy him in the hot seat in front of spectators. Now, hold on. Before we get back to it, we just fried Ibrahim. I got someone else on the menu. The Rich Kid says, you know I've been subscribed to your channel for 4+ years, and you gonna block me like that? Moving mad, sensitive ego. Guess what? In the words of Chris Tucker, the legendary words, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you've been subscribed to me for 19 years before I even had a YouTube. You getting reblocked. Why would you block? Get him out of here. Why are you gonna build a second profile to come back? You're not wanted here, like Mean Girls. You're not allowed. You're not welcome. Why do y'all come back? And then you gonna come back and calling me names? Oh, ego sensitive. I'm sensitive for shutting y'all the fuck down. Okay, then I guess I'm sensitive. Call me Prince. Like, whatever. Oh my gosh. Why? I'm sensitive, but you got blocked and came back and then complained about it in the comment section and got reblocked. When you could have just been in the, you know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't have noticed it until you started. Oh, you're mad sensitive, ego. Yep, I'm so sensitive. You blocked again. Blocked. This is blocking ego. Fuck that. I'm not even gonna be called. Don't even call me boxing ego. Call me blocking ego. I'm blocking everybody. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. I'm blocking all you. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You want to talk? Oh, so you want to call me name? I'm mad sensitive, huh? That's what you telling me, huh? All right. Oh, block. Yeah. That's how we moving. Yeah, okay. And realistically, a lot of you dudes from the UK sound sensitive. Because I want to see a fight between a UK fighter and a USA fighter. You're calling Americans Yanks and calling them names. Like I said, this is not the whole UK, because there's a lot of great fans in the UK that want to see it just as much as I do. But some of y'all representation got you looking good, looking suspect. Everybody should be on board with this fight. Junior Johns, $10 super chat. Shmoney gang, Shmoney dance. Joshua doesn't believe he could beat Wilder right now. That's one of the reasons that Hearn won't guarantee Wilder and AJ fight if he fought White in the UK. Well, that's what it seems like. Because why else so much resistance? If Hearn says Wilder should fight White to build up Joshua, then why can't you guarantee Joshua if he gets past White? You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a ruse. Because what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Like, and especially if you represent Dillian White and you're so confident that he can't get past Dillian White, then who cares if you put the guarantee, because he can't make it past Dillian White. So there will be no Joshua if he loses to Dillian White. Right? So obviously you know there's a chance that he gets past him, and you're not 100% confident in the Dillian White being enough of a barricade to the cash cow, the castle, which is Anthony Joshua. Period. Man, some of you fans is looking real weak this year. Such a great year for boxing. I just want to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? But see, new media is fucking you boys' lives up. Because a lot of y'all say this, like your boy Ibrahim, and you done fucked up. You done fucked up. And I had to scorch him in the hot seat. y'all think what you think. You hear other people say it. Maybe there's another channel that's feeding you information, and y'all run with it. Y'all don't do the research. The dude said, who has Wilder fought in the top 10? See, that's the conception that they want. Just like Floyd Mayweather is a bitch, Floyd Mayweather's a pussy, he's a chicken, he ducked Pacquiao, he's a runner, he only cares about money and nothing else, he's a woman beater. See, that's the narrative that they want you to believe. You know what I mean? But I watch boxing intently enough to know that half of that stuff, Floyd is pillow fisted. I know all of those things. A lot of them aren't true. Not really. I don't know about his personal life, if what happened with the domestic violence, but in the ring stuff, a lot of what they want you to believe is not true. You know what I'm saying? He's pillow fisted bitch and he couldn't bust a grape and stuff like that. Then why don't guys just bum rush him and then knock him the fuck out and get all the fame and star power? If listen, let's say I was a tiny dude in Floyd's division, right? If I knock out Floyd, my life is set because I'm the man. Because even if it was an upset, like Buster Douglas, that's a perfect example. Buster Douglas slayed the Goliath that was Mike Tyson. After that, he didn't really go on to do anything great. You know what I'm saying? Losing to Evander Holyfield and gained a lot of weight and was wearing overalls and shit. Like, he didn't really, if you really look at it, Buster Douglas didn't really do shit after that moment. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, his name is now in history books and synonymous with Mike Tyson for just doing that one thing. So imagine if you did it to a defensive wizard like Floyd, right? If you knock him out, then you the man. So that's what they want you to believe. They want to pitch these narratives. Rigondeaux's boring. Rigondeaux is inactive. Rigondeaux, no one wants to watch him. But the Lomachenko fight sold out at Madison Square Garden in the theater. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Wilder, he's a bum killer, bum squad, right? He ain't fought no one in the top 10. That's what they want you to believe. Even without Povetkin and Ortiz not happening for obvious good reasons, right? He still fought guys in the top 10, but let them tell it. He fought guys from the, like, you know what I'm saying, top 50. New media, total destruction. Y'all dudes is getting beasted this year. Beasted. And look at it. There's some channels that are popping, and they all have like a respectful. And different people do it different. Some people have coverage videos. Some people have narration videos. But you notice the channels that are doing well are all kind of in agreement, if you will. Like, they're all pitching kind of the same stuff. The only channels that are failing right now are the ones talking that wild shit, that dumb shit. So the rich kid is back for a third time, getting blocked a third time. Give it up. L, why would you build 3 accounts to come see me? Rich was back. Now he's back poor. He's bankrupt, like Wheel of Fortune. Why? Listen. Who cares? Why? Like, if y'all talk crazy to the point where you get blocked or you get blocked in the hot seat, why do you want to even come back? That doesn't even make sense to me. Crazy. 3 accounts. and then y'all don't even try to make it easy. Like, I'm back. Like, you don't even try to make it like like just be in the chat, like non-conspicuous. Like, y'all some fucking stalkers, man. Listen, why do you, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know it's popping. That's how you know Ego Army, Ego Mafia, We Are the Mob, Money on Top of Boxing. That's how you know people want to be involved with it. And who's dreaming? Who's dreaming? You say you dreaming. Who's dreaming? I'll wait. No, this is for Cass. We gonna put you in a casket if you talking to me. Oh, you talking to somebody else? Okay. I thought you said I was dreaming. See, y'all gotta start dressing, cause I'm quick draw McGraw in these streams. When I get going, you know you done fucked up, right? Tyson Fury, if he comes back in true form, that could be a difficult fight for Joshua. Very difficult. Listen, Carlos Takam is 6'1.5", right? Like, I'm literally bigger, a lot bigger than Carlos Takam, like a lot taller and shit than Carlos Takam. You know what I mean? But I'm not taller and shit than Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So Carlos Takam, his movement gave Joshua some issues. Now, to Joshua's credit, that headbutt nose shit, maybe that had some bearing on him, because I don't think he looked his best. He didn't look his Sunday best, but he got the job done. But Tyson Fury is a big motherfucker. He's 6'9", and if he's even when he was like recent videos where he's fat as fuck and he looks like Humpty Dumpty with legs, he's still moving pretty well for that size. So if he slims down and gets back correct to around the weight he was, like when he was fighting Klitschko, then that's a difficult ass fight for Joshua. And I know they sparred, and Tyson Fury, I think, underestimated him and got hurt by Joshua. But sparring. Tyson Fury he did Humpty Dumpty because he's like super top heavy. But don't get it fucked up. Tyson Fury can box. That's a dangerous fight for Joshua, especially for British bragging rights. And see, especially if Tyson Fury battles coke addiction and all this and comes back after 2 years and beats Joshua, that'll be pretty embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Wilder Fury, a little bit different fight, because Wilder, he's aggressive and he's like, I think he's the hardest hitting welterweight right now. Tyson Fury did get knocked down by Steve Cunningham, so the top punchers probably might be able to hurt him. But see, I don't know why Joshua needs to trim down. I don't know why he's so big right now. Like, his last 2 fights, he's weighing 250 and 254 or whatever. Why does he want to be that big? Like, that, to me, that is all wrong. That's all wrong for him, because he's like, he looked to me like more explosive when he's smaller. Like I don't know, when he first came out, I don't know, his face looked smaller and stuff, but he looked like he was like a solid 235, 242-ish. If he gets in that range, then I think that's where he should be. Because Klitschko looked big as hell. Look at the Klitschko pull-up, because I remember doing the first looks and stuff, so I was making the cutouts and stuff for the graphics. And Klitschko looked big as hell, and he was weighing like 242, 241 and shit. So Joshua weighing 254, that just seems too big to me. You know what I mean? And against Takam, 6'1.5", guy who's been stopped before, a little bit different. But if you fight the Tyson Furies of the world, especially a Wilder with his menacing power, you don't want to fade. You don't want to gas out or need to recharge the batteries and stuff like that. And I think he was just more explosive when he was smaller. Go look at his old highlight reels. Like, the punches clearly, because he's a crispy puncher. You know what I'm saying? His technique where he turns his punches is crispy, but in the Takam fight, they look like, you know what I mean? Like, if they hit you, they're gonna detonate your shit and they'll hurt you, but they don't look as snappy and explosive because that's one of the things that stood out to me about Josh. Just go watch his old highlight, Kevin Johnson or whatever the fuck his name is, when he was fighting them guys, like before Gary Cornish and all that, like when he was like 14 and 13 and 0 and all that. Watch that version of Joshua. He looked a bit like snappier. And maybe it was just because of the level of competition. I don't know. But me personally, that could be some of it. But I think another portion of it is that he's so fucking heavy. And I don't know why he's doing it. Maybe he's trying to, for the bitches or something. He want to impress them because he's like ripped up and big as fuck. But that's good for action movies. I don't think that's as good for... Boxing is never dependent on that. Because Mike Tyson, one of my favorite fighters, he was bulky, but you notice sometimes he didn't even look like... He just looked huge, like stocky, like a tank, like kind of how like Canelo looks. You know what I mean? He didn't look real sliced and like, you know what I mean? He was sometimes Bolo Young, like someone like that. That's how he looked to me. Some pictures, he just looked just hella big. You know what I mean? Big arms, big ass neck, and you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like Bolo Young. Bolo Young wasn't as ripped as Van Damme, but he was just hella stocky and big ass pecs and shit. You know what I mean? So boxing, I think that type of shape and being a little bit leaner probably benefits most. I mean, guys like Tim Bradley, he always has the physique. Some part of it's a genetic, you know what I mean? But I'm just giving my 2 cents. I think Joshua's been too heavy. That's the bottom line. That's what it boils down to. Yeah, The Rock looks huge right now. In WWE, he looked big, but he didn't look as like sliced up. Like he looks like extremely vascular, where you can see the serration. What's this shit called? Striations. You know what I mean? You can see every like the shred of leanness and shit. But like I said, that's good for like a movie or like body striations. Yeah, that's good for aesthetically looking. You know what I mean? Like you're competing or action roles or doing a photo shoot. But for boxing's sake, because like to me, Wilder be weighing like 227, 232 and be stretching people out worse than Tyson Fury, who's 6'9", or Anthony Joshua, who's bigger than him. You know what I mean? So it's not just at that level. It's not just about weight. Listen, Wilder is clearly the hardest puncher. Who's harder? Let's talk about this. Who punches harder than Wilder? I don't care about technique. I'm talking about if he lands his best shot, Joshua lands his best shot, Fury, who gets taken off this earth in the meanest fashion? Nobody. What does that mean? No, I'm saying what fighter? Who do y'all think is the most powerful? Most powerful puncher? Wilder? I really think it is him. That's what I'm saying. People are like, oh, he has chicken legs. Shit. Them chicken legs will fuck you up. Yeah, Cannon Briggs is definitely a hard puncher, but he hasn't fought a proper name. I mean, to his credit, he tried to get Klitschko to get him a fight and David Haye, but he ain't fought a proper name, so I can't really. Yeah, I mean, he's not even fought like top 15 names that I remember recently. But he has the most first round knockouts, so he's definitely a hard puncher, but I'm not really considering him because he's not even active right now. He's serving a suspension. Klitschko's strong as fuck too, but Klitschko's not a killer. Like he'll kill you, but he don't have that mentality. After he got knocked out by Corey Sanders, rest in peace, and Lamont Brewster and shit like that, he redefined his technique and it suited him well to beat guys, you know what I mean? But he lost kind of like, I don't know. I don't remember early in his career if he had a superb killer instinct, but it just, he doesn't have that killer switch. He'll hurt you and get you out of there, but he fights different. He fights like a big man, and he doesn't fight like Wilder just said in that interview. He thinks he might catch a body. That's where his mind's at. He said he might catch a literal body in boxing. That's how much rage he has. So it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Certain guys are mean. They want to hurt you, to be honest, or they want to, not even like they want to hurt you and like permanently maim you, but they want to highlight real knockouts and shit. Benio, you sound stupid as hell. Wilder ain't fought no one worth noting. Too early to tell who is unless you've been in with both. See, unlike you, I'm connected to this game. And although I haven't been in with both, I have an interview with a fighter who's been in with both. And he said the same thing that I'm telling you, that Wilder is the hardest puncher. and his name is Lenroy Thomas. He's been in there with Luis King Kong Ortiz. He was in camp with Joshua. He was in camp with Wilder, and he's saying the same thing. So, once again, I haven't been in with both, but you could still make assertions based on what you've seen and also what people who have experienced fighters have told you. And I haven't heard one person that I've talked to spar Wilder and say his power is not the real deal. Period. You know what I'm saying? You like talking about it's too early. It ain't no too fucking early. You can see it. You can see he has power. Like certain things you don't have to you don't have to be a rocket scientist. If you have a 38-0 record with 37 knockouts at heavyweight, and a lot of these heavyweights are outweighing him, he clearly has power. Eric Molina was probably like 258, 262 when he weighed in. Who knows what he rehydrates to? So if Wilder can sleep guys that are that big, that much 20, 30 pounds bigger than him, he clearly has power. Hay sparred with Wilder and toyed with him. Yeah, but Hay also got stopped by a cruiserweight, and Hay retired for 3 years, and Hay was supposed to fight Tyson Fury, and to this day, he still has never fought him. So, I mean, what does that have to do with it? He was sparring with headgear, and Hay is a good fighter, so who cares if he toyed with him? He didn't do that under bright lights. I've heard many stories about guys who got the best of Andre Ward or Floyd Mayweather and shit like that in sparring, but who gives a fuck? Get the best of them under the bright lights where it counts. Period. And Hay already said the video was edited, which it was, and it showed his highlight reel, and it was to a soundtrack. So that doesn't mean anything. And see, listen, you guys see, new media, we working on it. We gonna get to the bottom of this, where we can separate the real boxing fans, the real boxing talk and stuff. Because if you guys know anything about sparring, I've seen pay-per-view worthy sparrings before. I seen Shane Mosley and Sean Porter spar in person, and they were going at it. You know what I'm saying? We were watching it. We couldn't record it, but they were going ham. That would have been great. Y'all would have loved it. You know what I mean? So I've seen great sparring, but the thing with sparring is sparring. And Shane Mosley doesn't have animosity towards Sean Porter. They're trying to help each other get better, but obviously they're in there to work and they know it's dangerous. So there's only so much you could take from a sparring. Because some of these guys that spar, like David Benavidez versus Triple G, he said Triple G hurt him before in sparring, but they're there to help each other, and there's a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily guys it's not what you see on movies, someone just comes in the doghouse talking trash and then two guys glove up. A lot of times those are routine people. They spar with them all the time. You know what I mean? Or they brought you into camp. They're not trying to run people out of camp. And you don't know the circumstance. What if David Haye just came in fresh? Because I heard Floyd be doing little stuff like this. I heard Floyd will come late and stuff, and other people been working out and stuff, come late, and then oh, I want you to spar. You know what I mean? Because he knows they've been, you know what I mean, they might be a little bit tired, and then he'll get his work off. So, you know what I mean, there's just different stuff you don't know behind the scenes. What if Deontay Wilder and Robert Helenas or some shit were sparring each other, and then Wilder got rounds in with Hay? You don't know those things. Because Hay could have been fresh. Wilder could have had injury. Hay could have had a fight. Wilder could have been out of shape. You know what I'm saying? So there's only so much you can take from sparring. And the real recognize that. Real fighters or real fight fans, they can recognize it. So y'all miss me with them comments. Yo, we got 122 people in the stream, and we only have 53 likes. And I've been on almost an hour. Please hit the like button, get the likes up, because that's one of the lowest it's been for the amount of that's one of the lowest conversion rates. If you guys appreciate the boxing talk, because literally I'm supposed to be packing right now. Literally supposed to be packing. And you know what, actually I'm going to go pack because it's 6:30 right now. And I gotta be in New York. I gotta get to New York. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, but try to get some last minute likes in there. Listen, I've seen Daniel Dubois. A lot of people keep asking me. I'm checking for him. For me, it's like a job. When you start a lot of jobs, they have you in a probationary period for 90 days so they can just observe how you are. You know what I mean? and like, okay, do they want to keep you? And it's HR wise. See, I was a manager, so I know how some of the back end stuff goes. But human resources wise, it's easier to sift through someone and release them in that probation period. But if you hire them on, then it's going to be harder to get rid of them. But during a temporary, like a probation period, it's easier. Listen, I put everybody in steps and phases. Anthony Yard, Daniel Dubois, Josh Kelly, those are all UK fighters, but I put them in a certain step. They all are looking really good. Bevo, Artur Beterbiev, but ultimately until they fight a name that I could really grasp how good they are, then I just look at them as like talented prospects and hungry guys coming up. So I don't know what you guys want me to say about Daniel Dubois. He looks the part. He has an amateur background. I heard he dropped Joshua. I've seen some of his interviews. Kid looks hungry, looks focused. Got a good promoter. I think he's with Frank Warren. But I mean, I can't tell you much about a person until I see them. And rightfully so, it's going to take time because the promoter's not going to just put him in there with Joshua. Put him in, you know what I mean? They're going to want to build, just like Joshua had. Joshua's first 14 fights or so, he was fighting guys we knew he was going to beat. So it's a process. So Daniel Dubois, he's looking good, but I'm not going to be like, unless there's something I really know about the person, I'm not going to be like raving like, oh, Daniel Dubois, he beats that. I just don't do that. Me personally, I don't do that. I like what I've seen from him, and we'll see. Hopefully we can see more from him. That's how I look at it. It's like I said, like a job, like a probation period. Like, people got to show me stuff. I mean, I don't like, that's just me. I'm not even like I'm pessimistic or anything. It's just, I'm not gonna just put the stamp on someone and vouch for something that I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know enough about them at the pro level, because there's a lot of guys that were supposed, Jermaine Taylor, Jeff Lacey, I mean, a lot of guys that were the next great Kelly Pavlik. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately we don't know until it's all said and done. You know what I mean? They fight those names. That'll get them to that recognition. Like Anthony Yard, he's looking like a beast, but you know what I mean? I gotta see him fight some, like one of the top light heavyweights. Fury, Joshua, or Wilder? I don't know. That's a really hard one. Cause like the thing is, I don't know what to take from Tyson Fury, to be honest. He's an extreme wild card where you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Cause he was just earlier in the summer, he was losing weight and running every day with Billy Joe Saunders and posting about it and saying he feels great. And then he just stopped it. And then it looked like he gained more weight that he had just dropped. So he's an extreme wild card. I don't know. Maybe he's motivated. We just gotta, like I said, I'm a wait and see. We'll see type of motherfucker. Because it's, like I said, Tyson Fury said he was coming back this summer. Then he said he was coming back in April. See, I did videos about all this stuff. He said he was coming back in April. Then it was like October on the Huey Fury, Joseph Parker card. And then now it's, I'm not getting my British license, and then he posted something that I think he is getting his British license. So I don't know. I don't really know. So it's hard for me to even include him. Joshua Wilder, I think Wilder beats him if it happens, like ASAP. It's not about, like, I can't tell you. You're trying to force me to an answer. I don't know if Tyson Fury is going to be the same person. You keep asking me like, oh, what about Fury, Joshua Wilder? Who? I don't know what he's gonna be. So like, you have to, Fury can't disappear, do coke, and then do interviews with Rolling Stone, disappear for 2 years, and then come back, and then I'm gonna have the same faith with him against the champ. It doesn't work like that. You're not Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, the thing is, I know enough about Floyd Mayweather from his history, and I know enough people that have told me about Floyd Mayweather and that know him. So when he was 2-year hiatuses before the Marquez fight or before the McGregor fight, I trusted him in those off seasons to not be doing the fool, and what he was doing in, you know what I'm saying, in between that. Tyson Fury, I don't trust him to be doing what's right for his body as a professional athlete in his hiatus. So like I said, you're not going to be able to strap me down and force me into saying what Tyson Fury's role is. He has to show me something. That's basically what it is. He has to prove something. He has to redeem himself. He has to fight like at least a tune-up so I can see what he's looking like. You know what I mean? Because if you fight, let's say Tyson Fury gets there with Gerald Washington, and Washington like loses controversially to him, you know what I mean? Then no one's gonna pick him to beat Joshua. Or if he loses, you know what I mean? Same thing with Dominic Brazil, can't look good against him or some shit. So I gotta see Tyson Fury come back. Not saying he can't, but I gotta see it. Anthony Allen, $10 Shmoney Gang. I told y'all them yellow and them orange super chats. I appreciate it. Ego, who did you pick, Boo Boo or the big Charlo brother? I think Boo Boo beats the little brother, but can't beat the big brother. Hey, I don't know, man. I'm back and forth. I'm back and forth about that one. At one point, I was like, oh, Andre got this. But them Charlos is like evil. Like the way they've been fighting and shit and their mentality, they got that mean streak. And the bigger one, he moved up to 161st, and then he's bigger. And we have seen Andre, I seen him get hurt versus Willie Nelson. See, some of y'all don't watch boxing intently, but Willie Nelson caught him with like an uppercut or something, and he got hurt in that fight. People just think about how he dominated, so they overlook that. But I be paying attention to little stuff. There's times where guys get hurt even though they're dominating, but to the naked eye, it doesn't look like nothing. You know what I mean? And he got dropped by Vanes Matarosen, so Charlo can definitely hurt him. That's a toss-up fight. Andre has skill. See, the biggest thing against Andre is the way he's been promoted and managed, and he's not being active enough, and or hasn't fought enough of the elite. Like Brian Roses and Alantez Fox, that ain't no Charlo. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a minute for me. For whatever reason, you can say Lada didn't want to fight. I don't know. I don't care. But for me, Andre hasn't fought like that top tier name. He was supposed to fight Jermell, and then it fell apart. Shit like that. So for whatever reason, he hasn't really fought anybody recently that'll prepare him. Jack Kukalay, he didn't really look great. So I think momentum siding with Charlo, but I know Andre has skill, so you can't really count him out. I would just like to see. I would like to see Andre fight like Lemieux Saunders winner or something, Danny Jacobs or something. You know what I mean? Just something, so I can see that he's ready for middleweight and against a big name. But a lot of good ways, man. You can mix and match these guys. But I'm about to get out of here because I'm so behind. I got to pack still and all types of shit. But it's been real. Shout out to the engagement, all the comments, super chats. We got a lot of stuff coming. So I'll be grinding my ass off this week. I'll let the kid. Let me know what you guys think. If you want me to ask certain questions. We had to get one last block in. People putting stupid shit. Some easy work blocked. And his name was Ibrahim again. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the same dude. Let me know your thoughts. Drop it in the comment section. Lots of stuff coming. Peace out.